So it's been a pretty crazy time in terms of the voice actor strikes ever since the news of version 5.7 came out and the actual update came out, as it seems like officially Paimon and Keqing's voice actor have been, fully replaced, and people are very, very happy, and players are over the moon at the fact that, we found some new voice actors, and finally we don't have to deal with people like Kaye Mills and Karina. But it seems like there's been a little bit of backlash over on Twitter and Blue Sky, which has been blowing up recently. Now, the first one that I wanted to talk about was a post by HeroHey, which essentially talks about Blue Sky users are accusing HoYo fans and YouTubers, such as, myself, I'm guessing Paper Bag Boy, HeroHey, all of these people that have been covering the situation, talk about the entitled voice actors and the corruption in the industry as of all being far-right fascists, which is crazy. And this is actually reposted by Karina herself. Now, obviously, they're saying, this person says that's actually the purpose of far-right YouTube grifters. Oh boy, they use the buzzword grifters getting involved in this drama. It starts with concerns over mean voice actors. It turns into gullible fans tuning in to these content creators broadly, and their broader goal is just fascism, or whatever stupid bigotry gets them more clicks, which I think is kind of crazy, just like saying that people are straight up fascist for being against some, voice actors that are ganging up on other voice actors and doing some pretty horrible stuff over online. And obviously this got quite a lot of attention from a lot of people. Obviously, people are saying they really cannot imagine a world where they're wrong. Also, did you pull for Skirk? They're starting to realize they don't just hold the popular opinion, and that people are tired of them calling any little difference of opinion fascism. The reason people are tuning in broadly is because most people agree with us, which, yeah, it's definitely true. I feel like, what these people do is they kind of get to a point where, obviously everybody is against Karina right now. Everybody is against Kaylee. Everybody's against, a lot of these people that agree with what they are saying. And, they then, turn to things, for example, like saying people are fascists just because they don't agree with it. Like, I think calling someone a fascist because of that is a little bit too far. Now, obviously, we've got even more stuff as well. For example, on Karina Boka's actual Blue Sky account, they actually reposted a post from the same person about 8 hours ago, essentially saying, this person, it's a Honkai Star Rail Trailblazer Edition PS5, which is like a game thing where you get some extra bundle stuff. It's a little, like, I wouldn't buy it personally because obviously Honkai Star Rail is a free game. But I guess if you're a big Honkai Star Rail fan and want some of the extra stuff that comes with it, you can go ahead and get it. And also, I think you get it on disc as well, which I think is pretty cool. But this person retweets it, and obviously, Karina also reposts it as well, saying you could buy a free gacha game, or you could buy a real video game like the Trail series, which Star Rail combat system was inspired by. Except the Trail's combat system is way better. The recent games are also recorded on union contracts, including the interim agreement during the strike. So, bro, Karina is so salty that they are now reposting posts of people just actively shitting on games like Honkai Star Rail and HoYoverse games. They are so salty the fact that they lost their job and that they're no longer the voice of actor of Paimon. And so now they're reposting people's posts saying, go play this game instead because we don't want you playing these HoYoverse games or buying anything to do with it. Again, I think with that whole Trailblazer Edition thing, if you want to get it, then fine. I don't think it's like the most necessary of purchases, but I can see why some fans of Honkai Star Rail would want to get it. And I think that, reposting stuff like this, actively telling people, hey, try not to, don't go for this one, go for this game, is absolutely crazy. It obviously shows how salty Karina is whenever it comes to all of this stuff. And yeah, it's pretty bad. Obviously, as well, we've also got a response from the other voice actor involved in this situation, which you guys may know, or, I'm not really getting any of the posts here as, she's blocked me, which is kind of crazy. Obviously, I've mentioned that a couple of times now. But obviously, Kaye Mills actually posted about the fact that she got replaced. Now, obviously, I think it's important to point out, Karina actually hasn't said anything about this. The last time I think we've heard about Karina, heard from Karina, like officially, was like the Paper Bag Boy thing. And then apart from that, it was mainly just them trying to like talk about the interview. But that's about it, like them trying to be like, oh, I didn't do my research or whatever on Paper Bag Boy himself. But apart from that, ever since like a lot of this news of her getting replaced or whatever, it's kind of been one of these things where they've just been completely silent over on Blue Sky, over on Twitter, over on literally everywhere. So again, obviously they've done something wrong, and all they're doing now is just reposting posts like this, which are saying some pretty crazy stuff. Now, obviously, yeah, Kaye Mills says, last week I was informed that I'll be recast as Kuching due to the production schedule. I know people will speculate, but this is official sole reason I was given, which I think, yeah, that's totally fine. That's a totally valid reason to get rid of a voice actor, you know, due to production schedule. It's due to the fact that she didn't turn up to work, and due to the fact that she isn't doing her work. So sorry, you got to get out if you're not doing your work. Like, that's essentially it, and it's really that simple. I think a lot of people tried to spin it in a different way, but that's literally it. You know, they have a production schedule. They have all of these voice actors coming back, and these ones aren't budging. Well, if they aren't budging, well, get them gone, find a new one. It's really not that hard. And obviously, as we saw with the Paimon voice actor, other voice actors can do just as well as a job at, you know, voicing these characters as, you know, the original voice actor does. You don't need them. And they obviously go on to say, I made it very clear that I was absolutely willing and enthusiastic to return at any point if AI protections could be provided, regardless of union status. That is all I asked for. It is unfortunate such protections could not be secured for me and my castmates. I sincerely hope that this changes in the future. Now, obviously, yeah, they go into the whole AI thing. I'm pretty sure, like, from what I remember, they already have the AI protections they need, and that's why a lot of people are returning. It's just for some reason, Kaye and Karina just don't really see that, and we all know it's due to the real reason of them being they want to turn a union. Obviously, you know, she says here that they don't want it to turn union, but let's be real, we all know they do. Even Karina admitted that themselves, and obviously, yeah, they say they don't really care about, you know, union status. But meanwhile, they're there going after this non-union guy over on Twitter and harassing him and pretty much pocket watching him and going into his personal life, all because he took a job and because he's non-union. Like, it doesn't make sense. Obviously, they're saying voicing Kuching has been one of the greatest journeys of my life. I will always treasure it. From bonding with castmates over our love of working on the story, to the hard-working team behind it, getting to meet passionate fans and see the creativity the story has inspired. Getting to work on an official fan song and sing as Kuching, getting to explore more of her character in the Moonchase Festival, getting to return in Lantern Right each year, even the sessions where I had to redo a line like 20 times to get the pronunciation of Liwei right. I cherish every memory, and I will carry each one of them with me for the rest of my life. I'm deeply sorry we could not complete this journey together. Yesterday's experiences make me stronger today, and most of those experiences are ones I can share with you. Thank you, everything, Kuching, which... yeah, it's kind of crazy. I mean, you know, I think it's just one of these things where this could have been easily avoided. I think Karina and Kaye could have easily kept their jobs if they just kept their mouths shut whenever it comes to Twitter. I mean, Karina's doing a very good job at it right now, but it's a little bit too late, you know, of staying silent and staying quiet about a lot of this stuff, you know. And I think that if they just didn't attack, you know, Jacob Takanashi, if they went back to work on time, and if they just kind of actually got their head out of the gutter for a minute, I feel like, you know, it would be fine. And they wouldn't have to be making this sad message of being like, I've voiced Kuching for so long and now I'm finally leaving. It's just like, it didn't need to happen. Like, it didn't need to happen at all. But obviously it did happen. And that is the consequences of, you know, a lot of the stuff that's been going on over the past couple of years. Obviously, you know, we got replies here from Rin Taicho, obviously saying, we got to connect through Kuching when I learned you followed my Love Live arc back in the day, all the way to voicing Kesselman. Still love you in your work. This is so classy and I'm so sorry. I mean, a lot of people are very apologetic, but then also you got other people as well, like Lord AS here, saying, ha 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 ha, like bro's just laughing the entire time. You know, Kuching was my favorite 5-star, you know, that's pretty messed up. I just don't think it's that messed up, I'm gonna be honest. You know, and lots of people were cooking them, like, further down, you know, for example, like this classic gif of effing around and finding out, which I think is so funny. And yeah, you know, I think there's a really big mix of just people that don't understand the situation as a whole, because there is a lot of people that just don't understand it, and that's totally fine. I get that. But obviously, yeah, people say, like, maybe stalking someone has consequences, my dude. I mean, that just pretty much sums it up, you know? Maybe stalking someone, maybe doing all of the stuff that they've been doing over on Twitter and, you know, all this social media stuff does have a consequence. And obviously, you know, it did have a consequence, and that consequence is they are now gone. They are now not voice acting for Genshin Impact, and they've lost probably one of the biggest jobs that they have. Now, I feel like Kaye does have quite a lot of big jobs compared to Karina, so I think Kaye will be totally fine. But, you know, at the same time, it's, yeah, it's a shame to see, you know, a voice actor go away from a character over something so stupid like this, you know? Is say, wait, is if it was okay to be willing to join regardless of union status, why do you harass all the new Kinich VAs? I mean, bro, these people are now getting onto it, and that's the good thing as well. Now the Genshin community is kind of changing slightly. I've seen a big change in the Genshin community ever since this drama has come out. Usually the Genshin community is very, they just go with whatever seems right. For example, they would be very quick to, back up the voice actors historically. But it seems like now there's a little bit of a shift in the community where people are actually asking different questions and are actually calling them out on different things when they should be called out on, because, they do need to be called out on this kind of stuff. And I think that it's good that the community is kind of changing now, that, you don't just need content creators to make videos on this and people to just go, oh yeah, that's cool. Anyways, I'm going to go back to playing. You've now got people in the replies like this that are saying, dude, you literally harassed someone. Like, what the hell? Like, it's messed up. And I think that's really good to see that, the Genshin community has kind of evolved a little bit in terms of that. And, I've been seeing more and more of that over on Twitter, over on different platforms as well, which has been really nice to see, especially as, I've been scrolling through a lot of the Reddits throughout this whole entire situation. But yeah, I mean, it's been pretty crazy. I mean, this is pretty much all of the news that we have so far. I mean, obviously Karina reposting stuff, calling a lot of these, a lot of the YouTubers, including myself, a far-right grifter. That's just absolutely crazy. I mean, just because we disagree doesn't mean we're far-right. I mean, it's absolutely absurd to think that, someone is on a spectrum of a political scale whenever they disagree with your opinion. I think, you can't just judge it based off of that. I mean, yeah, sure, if you want to call them that after you do some research and it turns out they're into a lot of far-right stuff, then go ahead. But, like, just because you disagree with a take about a voice actor thing, it's just like, brother, like, let's be real here. What are we doing? Let's just pack it up. Let's just move on to the next thing. But yeah, I mean, obviously Karina was complaining about a lot of the payments and, not getting paid and struggling quite a bit in terms of voice acting. Well, it seems like they're going to struggle even more now without the job for Paimon. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, let me know down in the comments what you guys think about the situation, because again, it's a very, very interesting one, and there's a lot of new stuff that is coming out pretty much every single day now, which I think is crazy, even after a lot of the stuff has technically ended. So yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys think, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.